ecstasy.
Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Bravely Fit. I am your host, Ashley Lazu, and I'm your favorite mindlings. Hi. Hi. You look all fancy today.
Well, I actually have another show.
I know.
I'm so excited. All right. You want to dive right in?
Yeah, let's do this. Well, we know that the holidays are upon us now. We both have our holiday drinks. You got your Dunkin', I got my Starbies. I want to talk because we're going to be talking about like holiday food and how do we stay motivated and seasonal blues and
which I'm currently going through.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to the gym in 2 weeks. It's been busy and I don't feel like doing it.
but it's been a good busy too for you.
Yeah.
Your new studio is booming.
Yeah.
That's good. It is. And very proud. So that's for a good reason.
But I get it. Like, there's all of these trending reels right now. Like, the days are getting shorter. The mornings are getting colder. Daylight savings. We lost an hour.
Huh.
So
Are they supposed to keep it like that now?
Hopefully, if it passes, we'll have to do it one more time to go back to normal in the spring. And then that'll be the last time.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But with the seasonal blues and like it's getting colder in the morning, like especially for all of you gym goers like me that are in the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's getting cold. Like now is where they weed out. The gym weeds out, who's doing it for real out of discipline. And we got people joining in. So hello, we can't see that far. See who it is to wave at you guys, but we can see that you guys are hopping on.
Yes.
But this is a time of year that can make or break
Absolutely
your fitness journey.
I agree.
So we're going to talk about combating that or trying to, and our experience with that, as well as, when it comes to food and the holidays, like I think my biggest struggle last year was that I was so knee deep in my fitness journey that I brought measuring spoons, measuring cups, and my food scale to Christmas Eve dinner at my Italian
You put
family's.
a scale on top of the table and measured out.
I did. 100% I did.
That's so awesome. That's funny. Like, hold on. Don't give me that lasagna. Let me measure.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? Exactly. What do you mean?
That's great.
But I didn't. Well, we didn't have lasagna, but we did have like manicotti.
See, no. Nope. I'm not measuring. I'm gonna eat until I feel like I'm gonna pop. That's my goal.
Well, so we're gonna talk all about that and like having that support system, because I was nervous being that person to come to my Italian aunt's house and be like, is it okay if I do this? I'm thinking back, like hindsight, I'm mad at myself that I even asked permission if it was all right to do that.
Right.
But I felt like I should be respectful and not say, no, I don't want to eat your food. I want to eat your food. But in order for me to eat your food, I need to weigh out how much.
Which is smart.
So I can enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about all of that today. So let's start with the seasonal blues. Why do you think it is that people experience that?
I can only speak for myself, and I do know that it's just getting out of bed. Well, because I do have autoimmune disease, so I get stiffer.
Mm-hmm.
Like my joints hurt more at the colder it gets. So getting out of bed, that alone is like takes 5 to 10 minutes. And then to try to psych myself in my head, like, okay, let's go to the gym. No, I rather just relax until I'm not stiff anymore. And then if I have leftover energy, I'll go to the gym. So it's just I can only speak for me. And I do know that waking up in pain, in your head, you're already psyching yourself out. Like, yeah, I'm not going to go to the gym, put myself in more pain. And then the rest of my day is shot because I can't work. I can't take care of my children. I can't cook. So what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's a mental battle too, because anybody, not anybody, but most people with immune diseases, the more you move your body, it gets easier. Because I'll say that in the morning, and then by the time the afternoon and evening come, I feel great.
Right.
But then it's like, oh, the day's done. I don't have to go to the gym. I'll do it again tomorrow. And then the cycle continues of just not going. And then,
But you do sometimes go in the evening. Like I'll see you posting sometimes and I'll be like,
miserable.
woman.
Miserable the whole time. But it gets done. And it's one of those, that's where discipline comes in. We have to discipline ourselves to push, even though we don't want to do it, because there are times I don't want to do it.
I said to my coach yesterday, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, but you're here.
I'm here.
Yep.
And I had the best day ever.
Yeah.
I was so happy with
You got to tell
yesterday.
everybody what you accomplished.
Well, let's talk about what a personal record is. Because we always see those acronyms all over the place, and they'll say PRs or, you know. So I hit a personal record yesterday with a full motion squat, which I got to give shout out to my coach, Joe Matera.
He's
Ding, ding.
We're not allowed to curse.
We're not allowed to curse, so we're going to ding when it slips.
We got to put $1 in a jar. Damn it. I was the first one. Damn, it doesn't count though, right? It's only the F word or the S word.
Oh, man.
So he's really, really good. And I was getting in my head about the weight I was putting on my back. And I record everything, obviously. And so the videos, we would replay them. And he's like, you know how often you say, F, that's heavy, or wow, that's a lot of weight. So the other day, he said to me, he's like, we're not doing full motion squats today. We're going to do quarter squats, and we're going heavy.
So describe what a quarter squat is, because not everybody knows.
So a quarter squat is like you're just starting to go down.
25%.
25%, yeah, like quarter,
okay.
yeah. You're just starting to go down, and then you power drive through the. So I'm basically learning how to do that power drive up.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily that I'm trying to get the depth of the squat. I'm just learning to start that motion, but come straight back up. So I'm only going a quarter of the way down, which, you know, think like if you're trying to sit down on a stool, like the stools that we have in our kitchen here in the studio. Right. That would be like a quarter squat. So you were just barely sitting and standing right back up.
Okay. Changing your mind.
And then changing, right. And but he kept putting plate after plate after plate. And I remember, and like I said, everything's recorded. So I got a really good video of my reaction when he was bringing another 45 along with one of our other class gym goers with a 45. And the guy was like, where is this going? He's like, with her. And the guy was like, she's going to lift this? Because I already had 2 45s on there. And he's like, yep. My coach is like, yep. So I don't do gym math. I can't do gym math. I do accounting for a living, but apparently I can't do
But we're not counting the plates, the bars, and all the extra stuff.
And so I was like, don't tell me how much this is until we're done. And when we were done, he's like, you could have gone heavier, but you just did 230 pounds.
I do think we psych ourselves out.
Yep.
Like, I did all the time. And if you did it.
Yeah, I did it. I was so proud of myself. And the whole lesson was that I was getting in my head about 130 pounds. And he's like, you just had 230 pounds on your back. You put it on your back, you lifted it up, you carried it, and it was a quarter squat, so it wasn't a full.
Yeah.
But I still did it. And so yesterday, I'm like, all right, I got this. I had 145 pound full motion squat that I'm super proud of. And my coach was super proud of.
Yeah. That's great.
Muscle
mommy.
Oh, man.
See, I feel like when I do anything weight related, I get so scared I'm going to hurt my back again.
Yeah.
So, and my friend says it all the time. She goes, you're psyching yourself out. She goes, stop. It's your mental. She goes, you got to fix your mentality. And I told her, like, look, if you ever have a situation, which I hope not, where you can't walk because you hurt your back that much, you're damn right I'm going to be scared. You know, it's mental at this point, but it's still very scary. So I hear 230. I'm like, ooh, I'll look at the weights like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Do you think it's if you had like And this is a perfect segue into the next topic about support system. Like if you had someone, like your friend is saying you're psyching yourself out, but if you had someone in your corner that, you know, knew what they were talking about physically speaking, not just, you know, you're psyching yourself, but like understood medically the injury that you had and said to you that if that person were to have said to you, you're psyching
Yeah, I
yourself
may have
out.
tried a little harder. Because I do think part of it, it's like you don't understand the injury. So I'm not going to think that I can do it. Make sure I get myself to the point to do it and then hurt myself because
Right.
we hyped up something that was unrealistic.
So so again, I think it's super important to have the right support system.
Yeah.
And I said a message to you yesterday. I was like, if I had this support system that I have now
Yes.
years ago, where would I be now? And I don't regret that it took this long for this to happen because like you can't, you know, you don't want to erase who you are because it created who I am today. Damn, I wish I had known
But let's
you
talk
guys.
about accountability too, because we hold each other accountable,
Mhm.
so we had to go through the motions and find each other first,
True.
and then go to the gym. And even when you told me I'm not doing the Stairmaster, I was like, okay, let's do the treadmill, because some people don't know how to push. Like, I'm not going to push you, but you have that trainer that's going to push you.
Oh, yeah.
So then you have that balance of the friend that I go to the gym with. That's like, it's an easygoing workout sesh. And then
Mhm.
you have the trainer that's like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
You're going to do this. I said you're going to do this. And that's it. Don't argue with me and stop. Just stop saying you can't do it.
Well, that's my trainer, Angel Perez. Like,
Yeah.
he is like, can you please stop doing that? He's like, you are your biggest enemy.
And we are. All the time.
How many times, like, we aren't allowed to say the word I can't in our gym. And I know we've talked about this before, but I'm not allowed to say those words. So
I'll just say, I don't want.
we're not allowed to do that either.
don't want to. I'm like the defiant child. No. And I'll just stare at you. No. And we're just going to have a stare off for the next 5 minutes because I said no. But besides that, yes, accountability, support system. I think
support
those
system.
are things that we all need to look for. And I remember I tried the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
It died. And I
It
know it was going to die off,
Mhm.
but there are still people from there that they'll come to my studio to get a service done. And they're like, Ash, what happened to weeks 5 to 9?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, you're still doing it? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, like, let's
Aw.
get started again, But it's like that accountability, it makes a huge difference. So, if, for those who do start working out, find your team. Find your village, your family,
I
your
agree.
workout family.
I agree 100% because I was, I sent a couple of people that I know my video from yesterday and I had this conversation with you. I'm like, whose opinion do I want to affect me right now? Do I want the opinion of my coach who literally is a squatting coach who competes in squatting and those types of competitions versus someone who I don't know what their intention is behind? Because my squatting coach didn't even, he had to critique me. And I love that he's like, I have to critique you. So this is what I'm going to do. He's like, but your squats look, and he did curse, but I'm not going to. He said, effing phenomenal. I have it on video. My coach said they were effing phenomenal. So I'm like, I'm not going to let it get into my head someone else's basic knowledge of what I'm doing.
And you don't know what they're projecting from too.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that's like,
I'm just listening to my coach.
Yeah. Listen to the professionals. That's like with me with skincare. I have a skincare studio and my daughter's like, Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. And I look at her like, excuse me? Excuse me. Like,
but no, that's a perfect example because we had that conversation today too where I said my skin is dry and your first question to me, who's telling you this?
Yeah.
That was your first question.
Yeah. Oh, look at us.
Completely by accident.
So I do think that, those are the tips then, right? Those are the tips. Where you get your advice from, make sure it's from somebody who knows what they're talking about, who has a backing of history.
Consistent history. Because anybody can have history. If we stop working out tomorrow, In 5 years, we could say we had the history too.
Yeah.
But that's not the same thing.
Consistent history. I like that one. We're going to write that down.
I'm gonna write
Consistent history.
Consistent history.
Mm-hmm.
There's something attractive about consistency that's lacking in this day and age.
Discipline. It's just very sexy.
Super sexy. But so now we have our group of people, right? We have our accountability. We have our support system. Now we're talking about the holidays, and like here we are drinking, sipping on our Dunkin'
As I took a
and
nice
our
gulp
stuff.
of mine.
Yeah, and we are not sponsored, but yeah, we're open to suggestions. Starbucks and Dunkin'. Who's gonna fight for it? Yeah, exactly. Who's gonna fight for it? But we have suggestions because obviously when it comes to time, when it comes to this time of year, we lose a lot. We already don't have time.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get busier because we're going to be shopping, getting ready for the holidays. We have Friendsgiving coming up that we're planning for. And there's actually a lot of options in these fast food places that are not so high in fat and calories.
Yes.
And they are high in so like we have a couple of options. So like if you're gonna get this is just a chai latte. I do not like Starbucks coffee.
I love it.
I didn't like Starbucks.
I love it. I'm a Starbucks girl.
But this is a chai latte. But you can. Oh, is that a drop of her? Is that a drop of you?
That's not. Is that me? Oh, okay. I'm like, you did not ask my permission.
That sounded like you. But so you can customize your drinks in these places. And I don't know if I didn't know that. I was just like,
I didn't know that.
I didn't want to be bougie and be like those people like, no foam skim milk. And that's me. Like this is a no foam, non-fat milk chai latte, which dropped the calorie count significantly.
Really good.
Yeah. And I think it's a little too sweet. So we might even just try it next time with.
See, I just try to take out some of the sugar. So it's like 2 puffs of caramel, no sugar.
But I'm thinking like from the macronutrients, so like even if 2% milk, that's too much fat that I want to contribute to something that I'm drinking.
Didn't we have a conversation the other day how females need a certain amount of fat to help their hormones?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I had no. Did I say hormones right? Hormones.
You said it correct. You said it correct.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine all the people getting non-fat everything.
Yeah, no, you need some fat. But where you're getting your fat is important. I'm not going to drink my fat. If we're gonna have fats, it'll be from like good fats, like avocado. You know what I'm saying? So like if when we were craving, what did we see that had the avocado toast, and when all of a sudden we were craving avocado?
I remember because I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
So, that could be our snack of the day.
That could be our snack of the day.
So it was avocado toast, but they put avocado. I think there was chicken, egg, but they made a honey with chili pepper.
Right. So it was like a spicy honey.
A spicy honey, and they warmed it up and like kind of like drizzled it over it.
Yeah. That was attractive.
It looked
that was really good.
So good.
Yeah.
That was attractive.
As soon as we saw it, we're like,
I'm hungry.
I want avocado toast now. Like that was spot on.
It was, yeah. Oh, we're making that. I think that's going to be our first snack. Yes.
But so like, there's a lot of options out there for bread, but I think bread is one of those things that we should be okay with enjoying.
See, I'm in between. When I eat bread, I notice my neck swells. So I don't know if it has to do with the autoimmune.
Yeah, that might be a gluten thing.
Yeah, so I try to eat sourdough. That's supposedly, the best bread to eat.
Really?
Or the Ezekiel bread, but it tastes like cardboard. I'm not eating cardboard bread.
But you'll figure it. You'll make your own. You're going to start making
I'm going to start making my own bread. I have the flour there. I just don't have the motivation yet to sit there, put the yeast in. You have to let it rise. And it's like, I want instant gratification right now. So I'm just going to grab the loaf of bread.
Okay, so I'm going to find, there's a couple of recipes that are like, you don't have to wait for the rising thing. And I did make it last year, but it was like a full, regular flour, whatever. So I'll send it to you and then we can tweak it so it's not,
So I hope the Bravery Brothers are ready to eat our food because we are going to stock that kitchen up.
Yep. That kitchen
with the healthy foods. Like, we're going to whip everybody into shape, by the way, just so everyone knows. We're not dieting. We're doing lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
fresh bread. Our snackies are going to be in the cabinet. So hope you're ready. And no fast food.
No
No
fast
more
food.
Uber Eats. You're going to disable the the app on your
How
phone.
are we going to do that late nights? How are we going to?
There's only one exception. Only one person can keep the convenience app on their phone
Okay.
to get our drunken snacks.
But no more pizza from where
With
did
the Wawa pizza. Oh my. That was our first podcaster night out. The Wawa pizza. But we still ate it.
we ate that like that was the best thing ever.
Oh man. All right.
Wait, so going back to the food. So even like Chick-fil-A has really good options that aren't high
Yes.
calorie but are super high protein. Just be careful because their mac and cheese is really good. Really, really good. So I always end up getting the cool chicken wrap, and then I end up getting so it kind of negated one from the other. Like that didn't work. But there are options. So it's smart to know, especially like if you're in a day of shopping for the holidays. Really,
Who wants to go home and cook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I think we should put those resources.
I was going to say, maybe we should put a list up of the fast food places, the healthiest option with, of course, protein, because we need.
Can we talk about how salad, not necessarily the healthiest option?
It's not.
It's the dressings that are killing everybody, and they don't realize
And
it.
you're supposed to have the dark leafy greens and the colors. It's not just.
Well, for the nutrients, but if you're looking to like just pack in something that looks, if you need something that looks big, then go ahead, use iceberg because it's just water. It's mostly water.
Yeah.
There's like 5 calories in like a head of lettuce. I'm exaggerating, but it's everything else. Excuse me. But the dressing is what kills everybody.
So what about we could put like a little bar of the homemade dressing. Isn't it just
olive oil?
You made me
Different.
Sorry.
We birthed together too.
Isn't it just either lemon or lime, olive oil, salt, pepper, whatever seasonings you want to put, the Italian seasonings. And that's it. That's your dressing.
Super easy. Just not too much olive oil. Olive oil has way too many.
I didn't know how many calories olive oil has, and it's changed forever now because
I'm sorry,
Miss Mind Minx has mind minxed me into always looking at olive oil as calories.
Yeah, I see. That goes back to my weight loss surgery, nutritional days. Like you don't want to drink your calories. And that's a calorie that, you're basically drinking. It's not a solid food that's going to get broken down by your body and the nutrients. It is considered, I guess, a fat, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, but there's so many, like if you are on a strict calorie diet and you need your nutrients to be made of like 35%, 40% protein, then like 35 and then whatever, 35, 25.
You're losing me with the numbers.
Sorry.
I'm starting to daze
out.
So
whatever that breakup is, you don't want to then utilize, like if you have a 1,200 calorie diet, you don't want to utilize 120 of your calories on a tablespoon of olive oil.
Right.
So you just lost 120 calories for a tablespoon. That is a lot.
I mean, I'm still going to do it. Okay.
So now the holidays are upon us, and we're over here literally talking about what it is we're making for Friendsgiving. Like we just had this conversation. I don't want anybody to feel bad, including us. And you've pointed out to me that I've done that in the past where, we went out to dinner with our friends and I had chicken and waffles from a soul restaurant. And I forgot what I said, but you're like,
I remember you felt guilty. You were like, I don't think I should be eating this. And I was just like, I knew the way I looked over, it was such a mom thing where I was like, no, you were going to eat that and you're going to enjoy it because you work hard. Like you work hard. It's okay to eat what you want to eat.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I stand by that.
Well, so I wanted to bring up the 80-20 rule.
Okay.
So as long as you're good 80% of the time, we shouldn't feel bad if 20% of the time, and we're talking the holidays literally take up maybe 20% of our
Yeah.
year. So if 80% of the year I'm pretty good, for 20% of it I'm not going to feel bad. I'm still
Good.
going to count. And my coach made sure, because I told him what we were going to be talking about today, and he's like, so when I told him that last year I brought my measuring spoons and my food scale, he's like, so are you going to do that again this year?
Why not?
Do you do that now? And I was like, no. He's like, why not? That's what he said. He's like, why don't you do that? I was like, because I've gotten complacent. So I wanted to talk about that too. Like, we're well into our fitness journey.
Yeah.
And we've gotten a little comfortable because we're seeing the
Ding, ding, she did it.
Oh, it's this week.
I love how I just popped my head up. Dang. It's like it was that Marv.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to get complacent. I've gotten comfortable because we see results happening.
Yes.
And I don't want to get.
But hold on. All right. So the other day too, didn't I tell you it still looks like I'm losing weight, but I haven't gone to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then, cause I'm getting comfortable. And what did you say? Because I guess we built the routine already. Our muscles burn the fat even without us moving around.
Right,
and it's just our body's just adjusting. And we do need rest days. We do need time off. So that's okay. And then I think that's when I told you that I was scared because a client told me, you know, you lost a lot of weight. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And then I got scared because we have that red flag where unintentional weight loss.
Yep.
Without working out, without eating better, like it's a red flag because it's a potential health issue.
Right.
And, you know, that's when you want to get blood work done and get it checked out. So I told you I was scared. I'm like, oh my God, I may have to just get checked out for a second because everybody's telling me that I'm still losing weight. I'm not going to the gym. It's going to be close to a month,
Wow.
you know, and I'm still losing weight. And you're like, no, like your body's adjusting itself because you have been working out, your muscles take over, and you use your muscles throughout the day. So it's not like you're not working out, you're just not working out as hard. So and it makes sense. But I think that's another.
Well, I definitely think you should still, if you feel you should, go get checked out because
which anybody
I
else
agreed with
too,
you.
if they go through that where it's like, oh, I look good, I'm losing weight, because that happened to a close friend of mine. And everybody was saying, oh my God, you look phenomenal, you look so good, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, nothing. And then later on that year we found out she had leukemia. And it's scary, but you know, it's like too many people take weight loss as you look good, you look healthy, and it's not always the case.
That's not the case. Your body always tells you when something is wrong.
Yeah.
But because of how society has built up body image, we don't look at it that way.
Body dysmorphia.
And body dysmorphia, super big time.
Oh yeah.
You know I still have that.
Me too. We gotta fight it.
We look
good.
We look good.
I definitely feel that, you know, that's one of the things that your body is trying to tell you something. If you're not actively doing anything, I mean, you specifically are actively doing something.
Yeah.
You're just, because like weightlifting is one of those things that give you a passive income.
Yes.
So even if we're not lifting for a couple of days, like my coach made me feel better because I took a week off. I had some car problems. Poor Nina. And so I couldn't get to the gym. And so I took the week off. He's like, it's okay. It's literally okay to let your body rest.
It's needed. It's so needed. I think we're just so hard on stuff. Like, no, we have to keep working out. We have to do this because I don't want to look like that again. So we keep on and we keep pushing and we need a break. Sometimes your body's like, no, sit down. Take a break. And it's difficult because we feel guilty when we take those breaks.
Super guilty.
Yep.
And not only that, because we're so accountable with everything that we post on social media, it starts becoming like a second job. Like, oh, you know, if I didn't post, they're going to think I didn't work out. And
right.
I don't want that to fall off either because there's so many people that are still reaching out and saying thank you.
I got to do better with that one.
So we got the holidays coming up and then the new year. Are we, who cares if people start coming back to the gym in the new year? Why is that such a
I
thing?
I don't like. I get so upset with people sometimes when it's like, oh, here we go, new year, new me,
Who
and
cares? Who cares?
that's
Good.
great that they use that day. Did you use a Monday? Because that's the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Did you wait till Monday? Exactly. There was a funny reel that I saw that was from do you remember the Roseanne show? No? Okay. Wow. I'm showing my age.
I
Okay.
just give you the stare, like, really?
There was a show called Roseanne, and she's a comedian, but she was a very heavy woman at the height of her career. She's a comedian. And I don't know if I said this twice, but at the height of her career, she was very, very obese. And there's one part, and I'm going to find it again and repost it, where she's like, you know, I really do need to lose a couple pounds. And this is a part of the show. She's like, let me look at my calendar to when I could start. And so she's like, yeah, no, next week is not going to work. The following week is booked too. She's like, let me look next month. Like, it's funny because people do that. And yeah, sometimes she was trying to be funny. And, you know, some people do need that finite date or the excuse of, well, I don't have time. But it's, you know, it's okay to say, on this date, on January 1st, I'm going to start.
Yeah.
And it sucks that they don't have the right
The right support. That's where it does circle back to the support, where it's just like, if you see somebody at the gym trying to figure out a machine, help them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go, oh, there's another newbie. I give them 2 weeks. You know, it's just, that's frustrating, because that happened to a friend of mine. He went to the gym and he was like, I was struggling with the machine, trying to figure it out, and nobody helped me. So I just had to go and walk on the treadmill instead. And I'm like, so ask for help. Like, what's the problem asking for help too?
Mm-hmm.
Ask for the help. I know it's difficult sometimes for some people, but that's another thing we have to break out of. Ask for the help, because nobody's gonna just say, okay, hey, can I help you? You know, it's very rare.
They might, though.
It's rare. They might if you're a woman struggling to lift up a 45-pound weight, but to see a grown man, you know, trying to figure out a machine, unless it's like a really nice gym bro that's gonna say, hey, can I help you out? You know, sometimes that testosterone kicks in. It's like, yo, mind your business, man. I got it covered.
I got it covered. No, I could do this. I could do this. I got this. Yeah. So don't be afraid to ask.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Everybody's there for the same thing. We're all trying to create a better version of ourselves. So
I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize that does exist. Like, people in the gym. Well, it depends on what gym you go to. I think also, like, some people, I think, yeah.
It depends on the gym.
It depends on the gym. Like, I know that I can ask. Oh, now I wouldn't ask any. I'm that girl that's making fun of the high schoolers that are
and their Crocs.
While I'm over here curling 20 pounds, and they're over there curling 25, and I'm like,
oh, with their ego. What is it called again?
Ego lifting.
Yep.
I don't want to be that person, but I became that. And you said it was okay to be that person. I don't want to be that former fat person that, like, now critiques other people's fitness journeys or lack thereof.
If it's like a constructive critiquing, where it's like, hey, can I help you? Like, can I just help you for a second?
Are we allowed to do that?
I would.
Yeah.
I've done it at the gym, where this lady, she was, it was the stretching machine where you lay on your back, you put your foot up, and then there's another lever where you, like, put it all the way so you can get a really good stretch in. And she didn't know what she was doing. So, like, I stopped mid-stretch and I looked over and said, hey, you see that bar? Use that one. And then it goes up. And she's like, thank you. So she got her stretch. I may have embarrassed her. I don't know, because after a few more stretches, she walked out. But I'm showing you how to use it the right way. Like, I'm not going to stand up and, like, walk you through it, but just, it's that bar, you know, grab the bar. So I think something as simple as that, like, hey, it's over here, you know. Or when I was at the gym, it was that back workout where you have to lean down and then kind of pull your body up.
Like with like an RDL?
No. It's like you're
on a machine? You're on a machine?
It's the type of, it's on a machine, but using your own body.
Okay.
It's, oh my God, what is the name? Some people use it for glutes. Some people use it for your back. But your feet are against this thing and you're lifted, like you're on. and you bend your body forward,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to come up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was trying to adjust it. And let me tell you, that mother effing thing.
Damn
It's
it.
not a ding.
Damn
It's not a ding. It was so heavy. So you see me like trying to adjust. I'm like, mother.
Almost. I don't want to be
And
the
I
only
was getting
one.
frustrated, and this guy just walks up behind me and he just pushes it back. And I looked up like, that was so easy, wasn't it? Like, I was so nasty.
Oh,
And
you were angry.
And he was like, is this where you want? I'm like, thank you. And I'm like crawling up on the machine because it's a big thing. But it's like situations like that where some people just come and help you without asking. And it's like you get snapped at.
Yeah.
So it's, it's, I don't know.
There's a balance.
There's a balance.
That's why I like you learning how to use everything at my Jason Fitness, by the way. So we're gonna have to move up behind the
Do a quick little modeling. Yay.
In Fairfield, New Jersey. I love learning how to use everything there. Do we have some comments?
Oh, wait. Somebody said assisted dip pull bar machine.
Assisted dip.
Is that
bar.
what it's called?
Who said that?
Fitmaster 71.
Oh, so that's my coach Angel. Angel, is that what?
Where? It's the one where people use it for their glutes.
Wait,
or
so
their
I'm
back.
gonna ask him. Is this the one where I kept saying I'm gonna fall because it wasn't gonna hold me?
It's similar to that,
Okay.
yes. But instead of doing a sit up on it, you're
the other way around. To
where
pull
your butt's
myself
poking up, and you have to.
Yeah, so I know what you're talking about then. Yeah, I didn't think that thing was gonna hold me.
It's
It
scary.
did in fact
I
hold
felt
me.
like I was gonna be one of those people on whatever website of me just kind of flipping and falling over and just getting up and walking away. I thought that was a big possibility.
I was so scared when we were. So I used.
He said that's a GHD. You have to tell me what those acronyms mean.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to educate.
Oh no! Oh,
It'll go back. So this is why, like, and by the way, support system. He's on our live right now, helping us out here. So.
Okay, he said glute hamstring development machine.
Oh, that's what.
So that's what GHD stands for. Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Now we know.
Now we know. The more you know. This is where you would need like the star with the rainbow flying across the sky saying, exactly. Fantastic.
So I love that. So he is part of Celli's My Minx,
yeah. Your favorite Minx.
Accountability team, support system.
Yep.
And I think we always have to go back to that, your support system, when you're not feeling good enough to go to the gym. And we've done that too in the morning where I'm laying in bed like, do I want to go? And you're on the phone like, just go.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. But then when I'm done, I feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the support system makes a huge, huge deal.
Do you want to know how I know I like where I'm going? I went on a Saturday morning, not for a class, not with my coach there. One of the coaches was there, but he literally was doing his administrative work at his desk while I was working out. And then literally he was like, all right, I'm out for the day. Just hit the power button on the speaker when you're done.
Aw.
I had the gym to myself and it's on recording. So obviously I finished my workout. Like that's how I know I'm happy what I'm doing when I'm doing it, regardless of how it makes, if I'm tired, if I'm not in the mood. That support system is finding the right community is super important.
So let's work on building our community, finding our village. And I say that all the time. Like I'm still searching for my family village as far as family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I talk about our Bravery brothers.
Yes.
I love them.
Bravery up.
And, it's just everybody has their own section where we have our fitness family.
Mm-hmm.
We have our Bravery family. We have, our family where we have close friends that become family.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it all goes back down to finding your village, finding what works best for you, So I love that. It makes me really happy.
Mm-hmm. How long have we been talking now?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's only 4. Wow. I'm impressed. See, by the way, Ash and I talk on a daily, not every day now because I had to get a real job.
Busy. Your vacation's over.
My summer vacation is over and I had to get a real job. But it's kind of cool because I get to commute. I get a lot of steps in now.
Yeah. You have a busy day.
But I'm proud of my day. Like, I like to say that I accomplished that. And
That's great.
so a lot of people sometimes will say to me, and I know they're not saying this to make me feel bad, but they'll say to me like, yeah, we get it. You made us feel bad that we didn't go to the gym today. I'm like, but why did it make you feel? Why did it
Ew.
have to make it? And they're not saying it to be
No.
jerk faces, but like, I'm not going to feel bad that it, my old, because, I am, got up, had my first cup of coffee,
The first cup.
my first cup, and got my butt to the gym, and then came home and got ready and got myself to the train. And I've only missed the train once. So I'm proud of myself. And I'm in the city by like 8:45.
That's a busy morning.
That's a busy morning. So much so that I don't have time to smoke. And even today, we were having the conversation. I was like, I left the house and completely forgot them.
That's good.
But that's part of the lifestyle
Yeah.
change, It's like, I think people think it's like this drastic thing. It's little things at a time.
Just these small moments that end up being a huge lifestyle change. It's
Mhm.
not just, let me take juice out of the equation and you lose 20 pounds.
Oh,
Which
some people can.
some
do that,
people could
though.
do that. But like, it's helping you quit smoking without you having to give yourself that mental.
I'm not actively thinking
Yeah.
I have to quit. Like last year I tried. That was my New Year's resolution, to stop smoking. And I did, like, for a week. And then life happened in the form of, divorce. But excuse me. Ooh, so it's now your turn to burp.
I'll give it a minute.
You'll give it a minute. And so life happened, and then I started smoking again. But now, like, it wasn't that I chose to stop smoking. It was that life again happened, and that is no longer a part of the equation.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing with fitness, is that you're shedding, like a snake, we're shedding an old part of ourselves and completely leaving it behind. And as we continue throughout the years, we're going to keep shedding pieces of ourselves that just don't resonate anymore. It's like, where you're going, I want to give it a few more months. You're not going to be a smoker anymore. You're going to be that person that goes to the gym, drinks your water, and then it shifts into that healthy lifestyle. And as each year passes, you're just a better version of yourself. And I love that. And that's what discipline and going to the gym does to you. It makes you a better part of yourself, more
Mhm.
accomplished, more everything, more life, more love, more happiness. I don't think it's ever a bad thing to just get into your fitness. I see so much good come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's my little thing.
That's
For the
your
day.
ash of the day. Well,
My ash
listen,
of the day.
Your ash of the day.
As we talk about you not smoking, the ashes.
Ooh, that was good. But not just even with.
Okay, I see what you did there.
We're good at this. I'm over here trying to listen to because I'm not used to the little background.
Oh, the drops.
Yeah. So I think that's cool. But, not just even like with habits and stuff like that, with people too.
Mm,
And it's okay.
yes.
That's okay.
Oh, that's deep.
That's super
That
deep.
we do when you move forward, when you don't no longer, what's the word for it? You just lose relationships because they don't, one, support where you're going. They don't add value. And it gets to a point where they start dragging you down and making you feel bad for doing what makes you happy. And that
Mhm.
doesn't work. That's
Mhm.
not, you are no longer invited at my table.
Mm-hmm.
My table is going to be filled with so much love, so much abundance, so much whatever it is that I want to add to it. And if you can't add to it, then you can't sit here.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like a very mean girl thing. Like, you can't sit with us.
No, you can't say fast. But it's the truth.
It's the truth.
And especially people who like want to hold on to who you were.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I had said at one point, like, I invite you to get to know me now. Because whoever it is that you think you knew from back then, that's not the same person anymore.
We have to get that Hove drop. Allow me to reintroduce
Yeah.
myself.
Like, that is a real thing. I think that it's super important to remember that some people just want to remember who you were and have you stay in that lane, and they'll do whatever they need to keep reminding, oh, you're just,
This is just a phase.
Yeah.
You'll go back.
I remember you when.
Yeah. Oh, somebody pulled that with me once. I remember when you were chunky and
Yeah. Like, that's what you're holding on to. That's true.
yeah.
All right, so we had some really good tidbits.
Yeah.
And I think I just saw my face and I was like, dear Lord, I need to remember to smile more. This is why I like the mic covering my face. So our snack of the day is that avocado toast.
Yes. We're going to try it. We got to do it soon.
So by the way, we're going to start recording us making these things, and our Bravery brothers are our guinea pigs. They have to eat our food.
While being recorded, they have to eat our food.
Yeah, so that'll be a part of all of this. So I'm excited. So you guys got to stay tuned because
I'm excited.
We said it the same time.
I'm really excited for that. I'm like, yeah. But we have to have like a good setup where I want their facial reactions, because some's going to be spicy, some's going to be sweet, some's going to be loaded with so much protein. Like, it's
protein powder.
Yeah, we're going to protein everything.
Protein powder. There's like non-flavored protein powder so that we could like add it.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, remember how I tried doing the pancakes and it just got clumped up? I'll let you handle the protein powder and I'll do everything else.
Yeah, because I don't like drinking. Although I don't mind like the muscle milks and stuff like that.
Wait.
What?
Let's talk about how when I was drinking the protein powders, maybe because it was whey, my face started getting round and my neck started getting bigger. So while we do promote protein, make sure that it's compatible with you. Like, you're able to drink it, your body accepts it, because drinking the protein powders, it was not working for me. Like, I felt like my face, there has to be something in it. I may have a allergy or a sensitivity to whatever's in it, but it was not working. So I had to go back to eating my protein, and that's when I saw the inflammation in my body go down.
Oh, okay.
So I think
it might be the whey protein. Don't forget, like,
mealworms.
It's not mealworms.
They're mealworms.
Even if it is mealworms, that's good protein. But wait, Angel, if you're still on our live, could you please tell us what whey is? I don't want to get it wrong, but I thought whey was like the dairy form of protein.
Maybe our next show we can dive like super deep. Like, I want to know like the components of what makes whey. We can get
versus
into
the
that
plant.
Yeah.
And even what plant, so I only consume plant-based protein powder. Like, when I do the shakes, like the Muscle Milks or the Owen, which are my two favorite brands right now. I almost cursed again. I almost. But those taste really good. I like the way they taste. Oh, and the Fairlife one, that core.
Fairlife is really good.
I did that.
Fairlife is really, you could, I'm going to show my inner fat girl. I was eating Cocoa Puffs with the Fairlife chocolate protein shake. It was delicious. I don't regret it.
I think that's super smart. And that's what actually my coach, Jay, from Jason Fitness, said. If you're going to have cereal, have it with like...
Oh, okay, so I don't feel guilty then. Okay.
Do it that way.
Oh, yeah, that was a double chocolate whammy on like the perfect...
Fairlife core, they're 42 grams of protein.
Yeah.
And it tasted delicious. I could see why there are a lot of like fan favorites for all those influencers that like we like to follow on Instagram. They're always talking about the Core Life ones. But I like plant-based ones. But you got to be careful with that too, because soy and too much.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
No.
So that'll be,
our next topic. And we'll bring some in, because I have
we could taste test.
Yeah.
We'll do a taste test.
That's right, because we're going to be on video now.
Nope. Forget it.
What? What happened?
I was going to say no gagging, but that's like so bad.
No, we won't do it again.
No.
Well, you made me say it.
I didn't make it. I did not twist your
You
arm.
said go.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I
All
love
right,
the
so we're gonna
drops.
taste test some protein. So
Protein.
I do want to write this down with whey. Well, so it's whey protein.
Whey
it's
protein, plant protein. Yeah.
Isn't there another?
There's collagen ones, but I don't know. I think those are the two main.
Okay.
But we'll find out. We'll find out for our next show. So, guys, if you want to see our protein powder, but we're going to do the drinks or powders? I think we should do drinks.
Let's do the drinks.
Different brands out there.
Yeah, we could do the drinks with different brands. The powder, I think we'll have to get the mixers and all that. That may take too much time.
Okay, cool.
So the
So we're going to be talking about protein. I love that.
And even the protein that they give for the weight loss patients.
I didn't.
Premier.
No. Well,
I know they suggested Premier, right?
Yeah, I didn't like Premier. So as a weight
They're
loss,
very
as a
sweet.
weight loss patient, and I'm going to call myself a success story.
Absolutely.
I did not like the Premier. I prefer Isopure, and
Okay.
I still use it to this day.
Okay.
I use their
Why?
Because I like the way it tastes. They have a drink. So when you're starting out on that journey and right after surgery, you have to be on clear liquids. So unless you're going to be drinking broth 24/7 for the first 2 weeks and post 2 weeks, that's not feasible. Isopure has this drink that looks like a Gatorade. And there's this guy on Instagram that I love, Nutritionist Narc. I love his videos, and I did comment on this because he said that they taste disgusting. So I had to comment. I was like, this saves my life, and I still use it. But you got to dilute it. It's very concentrated. So it's like a 16-ounce jar of protein, but it looks like Gatorade. But it's so concentrated and has like, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of protein for only 130 calories. And there's 0 carbs in it. It is a whey protein, though. But they have different flavors. So like, I had my weight loss surgery in May. So I started this when the weather was getting warm. So I needed something. I'm not going to drink soup when it's hot outside. It's like Memorial Day and I'm not drinking soup. So this is what saved my life for the first couple weeks.
So I'm excited for next week.
Yeah. So I have my protein drink. I'll bring one of those. I have my Owen. The Isopure powder is what I use now. And they have a plant-based one. So I use the plant-based one. Yeah. So.
Sounds good.
All right. We got a full.
Yeah, we got to start planning maybe some of the snackies we could show.
Bring some of our snacks.
I'm excited.
Yay.
I love food.
I'm ready cooking for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So stay active. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself.
I know seasonal blues kick in sometimes, but we got this.
And reach out. Reach out to people.
The drops get me. Like, it's just, I'm trying to listen. Like, okay, let me hear the whole thing.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to interrupt the drop.
Yeah, just keep going. Stay motivated. Stay disciplined. Stay positive. Or try to. We're all allowed our slumps every so often.
And don't be hard on yourself if you actually don't go.
Yeah.
But don't say, well, I didn't, just get back in there. Don't,
I feel like you're speaking to me. I got to get back in there. Like ASAP.
You will.
Yeah. It'll happen.
It'll happen
soon.
All right, everybody. So that's it for today.
Yeah. This was great.
I love this.
There was a lot. We packed in a lot.
We did.
A whole lot.
Mm-hmm. And we had a lot of interactions. So I want to thank Angel Perez, who is he's why I have my shoulder.
Those gums, that gun shell pouring.
That's where I get my gums from. All right, so we'll see everybody next time.
Yes.
I am your favorite mind mix.
I am Ashley.
And this was Brave.
Favorite studio.
Yes.
You're a guy. It's a little finger with fruit fingers.